Hi everyone, thank you for watching and welcome to today's video. So today I am going to be doing a foundation review on the new Tarte Shape Tape foundation. This comes in two different formulas, a hydrating one and a matte one. I ended up picking up the matte because I do tend to get oily and I just really like matte foundations, so that is the one I'm going to be reviewing today. This is available at Tarte's website and on Ulta.com and in Ulta stores. It retails for $39, which I believe all Tarte foundations are $39. I ended up getting the shade Light Medium Neutral, which is like the perfect shade for me because I am always looking for literally that exact shade, Light Medium Neutral. So they market this as a full coverage foundation. It's supposed to be just like its little friend here, the concealer, super full coverage. I will agree that it does build up to a full coverage, but just off the bat, I feel like it's more of like on the higher end side of medium coverage. Let's talk about the packaging first because I absolutely love the packaging. It looks pretty darn similar to, like I said, to the concealer. So this is the concealer and this is the foundation. The concealer is in a plastic packaging and the foundation is in a really pretty frosted glass. It feels very sturdy and thick and just like high end, which I really enjoy. Just like the concealer, it has a huge doe foot applicator that you apply the foundation with. Definitely different. I've never applied foundation with a huge applicator like that, but it does make it really easy to just like slap it on your face and blend it out. So I do enjoy that. I'm just worried that once I get down to not having much foundation left, that I won't be able to use everything that's in this bottle. Just like with the concealer, once I get down pretty low, I'm like scraping the sides. I feel like I'm gonna have to do it with this one as well. And I just don't feel like I'm gonna be able to get every last drop out of this as you would with like a squeezy tube or a pump. Because this one, obviously, you just take this top off and you get what you get. Also, another thing, I'm not sure how like hygienic it is to be putting it on my face and then shoving it back down into the tube. I still do it, but I'm just not sure like how that works out as far as like being hygienic and germs getting into the tube and all of that good stuff. The consistency of this formula is not super runny, but it's also not like super thick either. It's like right there in the middle, so it just feels very lightweight on the skin. Definitely dry down to a matte finish. You don't have to work super fast with this, but you want to work sort of quickly. Like, it's not going to dry on your face, you know, like while you're working on one side, but you do want to try and blend it out as soon as you can because it definitely does dry down. And when it dries down, it does go a little bit darker than when it's wet, so that's just something to take into consideration if you are buying online. I say go a shade lighter rather than a shade darker because it is going to darken up just a teensy bit throughout the day. I don't think it's horrible at oxidizing, but it does, like I said, it does dry down just a teensy bit darker than when you very first apply it. This foundation had a lot of mixed reviews online. That didn't keep me from buying it, but I was surprised to see how many people did not like it because honestly, like, I'm in love with it. Like, I really like this foundation. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous on the skin. They do have a little bit of information on Ulta's website about this. So it has vitamin E in it and mineral pigments to soothe and soften the skin. It's supposed to help your skin even by wearing the makeup. And it also is hypoallergenic, waterproof, long wearing, vegan, oil-free, talc-free, and alcohol-free. So far I've had this foundation on for a little bit over 2 hours and it still looks like I just applied it, which is awesome. Not getting oily yet, so all is well with that. But I have worn this foundation for at least 8 hours before and it still looks beautiful as it did like when I very first applied it. So throughout the day, it just works. It works with my skin, it meshes with it, so I definitely do have to agree that it is long wearing. One other thing that I forgot to mention is when you take pictures, flash, natural lighting, no flash, all of that, I think this photograph's absolutely gorgeous. So with photographs, if you're getting your, you know, like wedding photos, professional photos, whatever, I think that this is a really nice foundation to wear for that. Gives good coverage, makes your skin look really soft and supple, and yeah, it just photographs really nicely. So I think that's everything. I'm going to show you guys the clip now of me applying it, and I'm also going to be doing check-ins throughout the day. So I will see you guys in the next clip with no makeup on. Get ready. Alright guys, so I have absolutely nothing on my face besides moisturizer, and I am not going to prime today. I used this foundation a couple of times and I really just don't feel like it needs a primer. So I'm just going to go straight in. I've had my moisturizer on for about 20 to 30 minutes, really let it sink in, and moisturizing before using this foundation is very important for me. I do have oilier skin. This foundation, since it is matte, I just really do feel like I need a good base, like a good moisturizing base for this to look the best. Obviously you can use your favorite primer, whatever works for you. This is just what works for me currently, just moisturizer, no primer, anything, and this foundation performs beautifully. What I like to do is basically just take like one dip in per like side of my face, and I feel like that gives me a lot of coverage. And then I will just use like a teensy bit, not the whole thing on my forehead because I don't feel like I need it, and I will just start with that for right now and blend it out, and then I will definitely have to blend some down on my neck just to make sure everything matches. I am going to be using the IT Cosmetics airbrush blurring foundation brush. This is like my favorite foundation brush at the moment. You can use this brush with like any type of foundation, I feel like, and just gives a really nice flawless finish. So I'm going to be buffing that in today with this brush. Right, so this is how the foundation turned out. I'm going to finish off the rest of my makeup. I am going to be doing a wear test on this foundation today, so it is currently 10:59 if you guys can see that. So, oh nope, now it's 11 o'clock. Alright, so it's 11 a.m. I'm going to finish off the rest of my makeup. I will check back in a couple of hours and show you guys how the foundation is looking, holding up, and all that good stuff. So I will see you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, so I decided to do a check-in just with natural lighting. I'm just standing in front of like the windows, the doors out back. Here comes my little doggy. Oh, here he comes. Oh, big stretch. He's leaving me now. So I've had this foundation on for like 2.5 hours now. And I just want to show you guys what it looked like in natural lighting instead of just like in front of my big studio lights. I still think it looks really, really good. I'm not getting oily yet. I think I'm actually going to do a little bit of a workout today. I have on my workout clothes, so I was feeling like maybe doing a little bit, hopefully break a little bit of a sweat, put this foundation really to the test and see how it holds up to working out. Oh, and another thing I wanted to quickly say, hopefully the footage isn't too wobbly. I don't typically like hold the camera when I film, so it's definitely different for me. But what I quickly mentioned was when I was blending like bronzers and blushes over top of this foundation, it blended absolutely beautifully. So powder bronzers do really, really nice on top of this foundation. I have used cream as well, and those do just as good. So the blendability and like, I don't know what you really want to call it, but putting other products over top of this foundation works really, really nice. Don't know why I just snapped, but yeah. Anyways, I'll be back in a couple of hours. See you later. So it is now 4 o'clock, well, 3:59. 3:59, so I've had this foundation on for about 5 hours. I did actually do a workout, which is so unlike me. I get a little bit sweaty, not gonna lie. My face is still looking pretty darn good for working out in a full face of makeup. I am getting a teensy bit oily in my T-zone. Nothing horrible. So I just thought I would come on here, update you guys. This is probably going to be my last update. I know I only did 2, but I have worn the foundation for 5 hours. I think it still looks really nice. I'm going to wear this definitely throughout the rest of the day. I will leave like a final update in the description box on how oily my skin got. but so far I think it looks really nice. I absolutely love this foundation. I think it makes my skin look really nice, and I am one of those people that has like really problematic skin. Kind of fun doing like a little vlog style check-in instead of like sitting in front of all the big lights, but hopefully you know the lighting's okay. It is just natural lighting. But yeah, so all in all, I really like the foundation. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. It does keep me more matte than some of the other foundations that I use, so that's always really good, but I am still getting a little bit oily, but that's gonna happen. I mean, honestly, I've never found a foundation that doesn't get me oily at some point. Oily skin people, I think you would really like this. I'm just saying. Yeah, thanks so much for watching. I love you guys, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Oh, who's the bestest? Who's the best boy ever?
High five.
Good boy. Good boy. Love you. Love you.